Hi everybody, this is Cindy from Ideas Times 2. Welcome back to our channel. Today I have a quick tutorial for you on a pretty easy project. And the reason I decided to do this project is because this week on Thursday I taught 4 classes to high school students on making journals and tried to find easy ones for them to make. And this one is really easy, and so I thought I would share this with you. And I was actually kind of surprised we didn't already have a video on a tab journal. So if you are familiar with the tab journal, stick around. I hope you can get some inspiration. If not, check out this really easy binding method. I think that you will like. It's fun, it's quick, it's easy, kind of addictive, and I think you'll enjoy it. So what you need are individual pages. So a page could be just one piece of paper or an envelope. This is a card file. I'm counting this as one page because it's just one piece of paper. And they should be all close to the same size, and you want them to be, your pages to be probably a little thicker, more cardstock weight rather than paper weight, or if you're using a paper, maybe a heavier paper like a 60 pound. So I have this is lightweight cardstock. Here I have a nice heavyweight flash card, another envelope, a coin envelope, another regular envelope, and another file folder. And so this binding only works for single page, but the pages can be a wide variety of things. So use your imagination on the pages. This is an easy kind of binding to do for any size, large, small, anywhere in between. This is about 6.5 by 5, I believe, 4.5, 6.5 by 4.5. And both my front and back covers are Tim Holtz file folders. One thing that you'll probably want to do is make sure that if you have any plans to do backgrounds, like this one has a layered effect on the front. On the back I've decoupaged some Christmas napkin and made a pocket. So if you have plans to do that, you might want to do that before you bind rather than after, because it'll be easier to do, for one thing, and two, when you start putting the tabs in, you'll want them you may want them on top of the background papers rather than underneath, because that would leave unsightly bumps in your paper. So you can see these are, like, this side I think is done. I might add a little something extra here because I glued this on and it's a little crooked, so I might put something on there to balance it out. The front I'm not done with because that's kind of boring for the front. But the inside you can see is finished on that one. This one, I still need to make a tag to go in here, and I'll maybe do a cluster or something there. The back has a pocket, and I think looks fine. This envelope is finished, the front and back, and I've put a journaling card on the inside, and I'll probably make some kind of a dangle, or my intention obviously is to put some kind of a dangle there. But I'm not, even though some of the pages are finished, not all of them are, because I can finish them like this. I need something else on there, it's boring. And this, I'm probably going to leave this side the way it is. This is a Christmas journal, and so I thought white for snow and wish was appropriate. This envelope, the back still needs something in the paper bag, and the front needs something. The tag on the inside still needs something in there. You can see for the most part, yeah, like this, I'm pretty happy with that, but the back, even though I love this paper, it's kind of plain and I need to add something. But for the most part, I am probably 75% done with the embellishing before I bind. And you will also want an odd number of pages. And so I have 9 here. And you don't want too many. The more pages you have, the more loosely it will be bound. And so I have 9. And you'll want something to bind it with. And so you can use fabric or paper and glue your tabs on. I'm going to be using this fabric tape from Tim Holtz. This is from last year, I think, last year's Christmas, maybe the year before. And so I've got two different tapes, and I'm going to cut them into tabs that are, I don't know, gosh, maybe an inch and a half. And I've already cut a whole bunch of them, and this has paper on the back, and so I've already taken the paper off, so you can see this is really sticky. So it's important that you have your pages lined up in the order that you want them, and they're an odd number, and you've got your background papers pretty much ready to go. And then starting with your cover, you are going to put 3 tabs, one towards the bottom, one in the middle, and I'm just going to eyeball these, and one towards the top. That one's quite a bit longer than the other two, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that down and then flip it over. Now my second page, well, I'll get to that in a second. My second page, I'm going to use just 2 tabs, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to kind of eyeball it and put the tabs between the other tabs, so it's 3 on the first one and 2 on the second one, and then flip it over so you can see. And I think that needs to be moved down just a little bit. I'm eyeballing, but I'm not straight over the top of them, so it's a little harder to see. That's better. That's better. And then what you're going to do this for all of them. And so I have a couple of pages that are a little smaller, and I'm going to put the tabs right on the bottom. And on the top. And then this is a 3, so I'll put one in the middle, flip it over. So you can see you're going to do that for all of them. And so to bind them, all you're going to do is take the 3 tabs and flip them over, leave these 2 tabs, and then put this one in here, and then you're going to flip the 2 tabs over. I'm going to trim this one down. Because I don't want it to cover up my writing. And this tape is super sticky, and right now I'm kind of, for the sake of the demonstration, I'm not pressing the tabs down super hard in case I have to move anything. like that. Then for this one will have 2, and so make sure that they're aligned, and this one will go in the middle. And like that. Flip it over. So you can see this is super easy. If you are going to use fabric and glue, just be careful, of course, of any glue seepage. You might want to make a fabric. So this one is, I kind of lost track of myself here. The 3. I think I cut some of these way too big. So they really need to only be about 1 inch unless your pages are really, really thick. And I'm going to move this one down. And flip it over. So far everything looks pretty good. Everything's in alignment. I'm going to flip these 2 and then continue. And I'll be right back as soon as I am done. All right, so I've attached all of the pages. I'm down to my back cover. The back cover you don't need to put any tape on. You'll flip it over and the last 3 pieces of tape will go right over that. And I think I misspoke earlier. I said you need an odd number of pages. You actually need an even number of pages because that's the only way you're going to get 3 tape tabs on the side, and that's what you want because it'll hold it a little more stable. But I don't think that's probably necessary really, if you have just a few pages. But you know, 10 is quite a few. So you can see the binding. This binding is kind of loose. You can see how much it moves. So I don't recommend doing many more pages than 10. But one of the things that's really nice about this kind of binding is that it lays flat. So if you are doing any writing in your journal, like this page is meant for writing, the other pages, most of the other pages I've made tags or cards that can be written on and can be taken out. But for the pages where you actually are writing directly in the book, everything stays nice and flat. So like on this side, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one, but I have plenty of time to think about it. I'm going to put a tag in here and a card in here, so I have a little bit left to do. So you can see that there's a little bit of room between the covers. You want to make sure you leave some room in there so that you can actually flip the pages. In this one, the last file folder, I actually put a small journal. I think it has just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's 24 pages. And the back will have a nice big tag of some kind in there. And the front I'm still working on, but I have a few things that I want to put on here. I have this cute little girl in a nightcap, and a window that I've embellished with some fake snow, and I think I'll put her in here somehow. And got something to go up here, a little charm. Let's see, A Wonderful Life, I think I'll put up here. And I still have a bit of work left to do, but I thought I would share at least the binding process. And super simple. Anybody can do it. I always figure if it's something I can do, because I'm not a great talent. But super fun, right? And you can use all different kinds of things. These are Tim Holtz file folders, but if you don't have access to them or you don't want to spend the money, you can make your own little file folders, or use cardstock and envelopes. You can see I've got all sorts of things in mine. And this is an envelope that I've just covered on one side. The other side, I haven't decided. That's kind of my life story on this project. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but maybe about half done now. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you give it a try. If you do, please post some pictures on our Facebook channel. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Etsy, and of course here on YouTube with new tutorials or project shares every week. And if you are not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. If you want to receive notifications, click the bell. I'd appreciate it if you would leave a positive comment, give me a thumbs up, and of course, above all, have a fantastic week, and I will see everybody later. Bye-bye.